All right, so podcast episode number 4. We got Gerb and Datchus. It's probably gonna be in a little short episode this week. Kind of didn't really feel like live streaming it, so just recording it. So I guess we could just hop straight into it. Round 1 at MX1. It was an interesting one. I was in it. Gerb couldn't make it in. And Datchus made straight in. So Gerb, how was it in the how was it at the trailer? Did you warm it up or what?
I was a little chilly out.
Bro, so
I just left. I took a first flight and left. Fuck my team.
So how did you feel about Kegums? Because I know you probably haven't played that track a bunch.
Honestly, I didn't mind the track. Well, it was just kind of unfortunate that people's games crashed.
Yeah.
During the event, but other than that, I think it's a pretty good track.
Datchus?
I'd say I agree with him. We haven't done any. We didn't do much testing, so we didn't really know how the road was gonna play out in the second moto. So.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the E-Road. Oh my god. When somebody was live streaming MX1, but their fucking trash computer just took a shit. Moto 2 was fucking rough. So, Datchus, how was it out there? Because you were out there riding it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was definitely rough. Definitely the roughest race so far. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, even this week in the 250 class, the Lierop, I don't think it was near as rough as Kegums in Moto 2. There was a lot of sharp edges and a lot of rolling jumps, so.
Oh man, where to start on Kegums? So this was like my first or second official race on this track. So didn't really know how it raced. Didn't even know it eroded this much, but got on there. First moto, getting to the whole shot line was pretty. Nobody really crashed. Like there wasn't a big pile up, or maybe as I didn't see, as I thought it would be. I thought everybody was just gonna die first turn, but it was actually pretty good. And then coming out of it, the road in the first moto, it started to pick up more towards the end, but at the beginning it was okay. Middle you seen it a little bit, but at the end it was kind of messed up, like the track was already beat. And then the second moto, like there were some people that their games crashed, so they didn't even know how the first moto had E-Road on it. So basically the second moto was just, the track was, it was fun though, it was fun, but it was pretty much destroyed at that point. You had to take different lines, which is always good to see, since usually some of these tracks there's not that much E-Road, so you don't have to really take different lines, but this one you had to take different lines. Some of the lines was just way too chewed up, and yeah, but on some of the jump faces on the tabletops there was like ruts going up it, and it happened to me like a couple times in the second moto where you would go up the jump face, hit it, and like it would make you whip. And as soon as you like straighten the bike out, you like insta crash on as soon as you touch the ground. So it was weird. I don't know if that happened to anybody else, but I know that happened to me about like 2 to 3 times in there. But I was in there. I think at the first moto I was doing pretty good. I was sitting around. Don't really know. I was sitting around. I think I was sitting around like top 5.
No, you were top 3.
Yeah, I was top 3 for like the first like 5 minutes, and I kind of trickled back, let like Reese and Datchus pass me, so I went to top 5. So I was like in 4th, battling with Aiden for basically most of the moto. It was like for like 10 minutes straight, and me and him was just staying together. Pretty much after that, I crashed on. I forget how I crashed. I crashed somehow, but that did happen, and it was just. Pretty much after that, the race was pretty much over. I couldn't really keep it consistent, honestly. I don't know. That's just what happened to you in the first moto.
In the first moto, pulled the whole shot, and then for the most part, I was 1 through 3 or 4 the whole moto. It was great racing both motos. Between
when I was
Jack and Lens.
When I was spectating, when I was watching you guys Moto 1, man, that shit was close. Like someone went down, you got around. Like Lynn led for a couple minutes, like I think 10 minutes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went down, and that allowed, I can't remember if Dad Shoes or somebody got around him, and then like he went down. It was just like back and forth with top 4, top 5 guys. But with that whole race, man, there's a lot of good racing in that track, in my perspective.
Yeah, it looks, when I went back in the replays, it looks like that's pretty much Datru's Lens, Jack, and the race, pretty much. I think the first and the second moto was you 4, but I know Lens, he had a pretty good lead in the first one, and he kind of, I think he just fell a couple times, and you guys just caught back up to him. But yeah, so going into the second moto, it was pretty much who could stay up as long as possible. To me, honestly, I was just really trying to finish at least better or about the same as where I did Moto 1, which I finished 8th place. It's not bad. So coming into it, the start was pretty good. Everybody on the start nobody really crashed on the start except for like a couple people. So the start was pretty clean. Then coming up to the jump phase, everybody just kind of went for their own thing. And eventually I got up to like top 2 at one point.
I think you were leading for a second.
No, I wasn't. I was never leading because there was somebody. I think Jack was always ahead of me. I think he was in first, like for the first couple minutes in Moto 2. But yeah, I was in second. But I was in third at one point. And coming up to the section on the recording, you probably can't see it, but the rollers, the uphill rollers, Dorian was off the track. He came back on the track and almost hit me, and we both almost crashed. So that was kind of a crazy track re-entry from him. But yeah, it was fun. This is probably the first race where the road was this crazy, honestly.
Looking back, I remember now Jack actually had a bad start.
Oh,
he had a
did?
decent start, but him and McChicken got together
Oh yeah.
right before those rollers in that back section on the tabletops. In the second moto, Dorian basically swapped out for Lens, or Dorian swapped out for Jack.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, Gerb, how did you see it in second moto? Since you were streaming it.
The E-Road you're talking, or?
They're both, honestly,
Just-
racing and the E-Road.
I could tell from watching them guys ride that E-Road was rough, because like they hit a couple jumps and their bikes just like went off into the distance. And then on the there's like a little right hand corner by the little, I don't know what you call it, little crick or something, right by the start. They're all opting the inside because the outside road looks so chewed up that if they hit it, they would fall over.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about like the little tabletop after the S section.
Yes. Yep.
And then you come onto the start straight. But yeah, I wasn't even taking that inside anymore after. No, the outside anymore after.
Even before that, I'm talking the outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Outside. I wasn't even taking the outside after. I want to say like half of the race in the first moto, and then I started to do it more in the second. Basically, everybody was taking that that inside on the second moto. I'm not gonna lie. And then the corner after the start straight, the little straight line, people was going inside there because the outside was pretty chewed up as well. But yeah, Kegums, it was good racing though. I just can't wait for Kegums for MX2 because it's gonna be a rain race. So that's gonna be crazy.
On 0.5 E-Road too, which
is it gonna be on 0.5?
Yep.
That shoe's gonna need confirmation or?
Yeah, I'm like 95% sure it's on 5. So.
Was ours on 0.5?
No, 0.3.
We might actually, we might be doing 0.3 because for Kegums, just after seeing how beat up it was. I think I heard that maybe. So
Yeah.
it's either gonna be 0.3 or 0.5, but 0.3 on Kegums is basically like 5
man.
E-Road. So
I think
it's gonna be crazy.
I think this Kegums Racer MX2 is gonna shake up the points a little bit this rain. Because I feel like,
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. It's gonna shake
like-
up the list.
I feel like somebody who hasn't won yet could win, so it'll be interesting. But for MX1, the points is still pretty pretty spread out. I mean, you got Reese still in first by like 20 points, Dachu's in second, and then Jack in third with like 20 minus 27. So the points in MX1 are getting a little bit more spread out as Reese is continuously winning motos, but Dachu's, you could still get it though if a couple things happen in the season, maybe get an overall here too. What do you think?
Yeah, I've been sitting second or third basically every overall for the 3 overalls so far. So I'm basically gonna have to probably step it up because Reese has won 4 out of the 6 motos so far, and I've only got 1. So need to start getting a few more moto wins and keep eliminating or limiting the amount of bad motos. Those 8th place motos don't help at all. So
Yeah.
but right now it's the closest battle is between me and Jack for second, and then FA is 40 points back from third, so it's a pretty big gap. And then Chicken's still in 5th, so I'm sure he's gonna start closing that gap or start pushing that top 3 pretty soon.
Yep. I was just about to talk about it, but Chicken top 5 in the points after winning a MX I guess Open Clash chip last year. It's kind of crazy to see. Reese came back and pretty much winning MX1 right now, so he's still pretty good at MX1, I would say. Surprising that Chicken is actually 5th. I thought he'd be at least top 3 by now, but Jack, he's gotten really fast. Quickly, I remember, I think I first seen him in the Supercross season, the one we had. I think the first race I seen him was there. Ever since then, he's been getting pretty fast, so top 3 in MX1 points is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Even getting in is really good. Like,
yeah.
These quality times are like, okay, Redbud, for example, first one, almost world record time, 1:35. There's only 4 seconds. You have to be 4 seconds off that just to make it straight in, which, like, 39s on that track is absolutely ridiculously fast. So all these guys getting in are blazing fast. Even the guys aren't making it in. Like, all these guys competing, like, at least top 50 and 60 are really fast. It's just separates the pros to the AMs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel that because the Loretta's one was pretty hard too because everybody was really about the same time. Because I think the fastest, I forget what the fastest one in the Loretta's was. I think it was like 1:59 or something.
Yeah, I think it was like a 59.
And basically all of these are like you have to be 5 seconds or less under the top qualifier. So you have to be pretty fast to get in. Straight in at least. Consi, maybe it's like 5 to 8 seconds, probably.
Yeah. Consi's like 5 to 8. Yep.
Or even sometimes 5 to 10, honestly. But
well, no, listen to this. Redbud cutoff time was a 41.
Yeah.
So that's 7 seconds.
Mm.
That's crazy. 40 guys running under 41s. That's crazy.
Oh man. Yeah, bro. It's just not. It's not like how it used to be. I'll say that very quickly. It used to be.
I'm never This is my first time racing this series, and I never raced it before.
Well, I don't know if Dad Shoes remembers, but how it used to be in the first Big Bark, well, the second Big Bark season, is pretty much whoever showed up could get in. There wasn't even 25 guys every single round, so, and there was no class like restrictions. You could do anything. So,
right, that's awesome. How this is really growing. It's really blowing up.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of new people definitely came like later on, like now-ish, like kind of.
Right.
I feel like a lot of new people that came fast are like they got the game in like June and like past, maybe like June to August, and now they're fast. So, really. But so let's take a look at the overall sheet real quick. Do I have it up? I do. Here it is. So Reese would have won 1, still dominating out here at MX1, but at least Dad Shoes got a 3-2 to get second overall. That's usually, when are you looking to get an overall here? Is there like a track you think you could get it on, or what?
No, I don't think it. I think it's just gonna happen whenever. I feel like I'm pretty the same on all the tracks because I thought I was gonna struggle on Lierop, but
Yeah, you were pretty good there.
I feel like I did about the same what I've been doing on all the other ones. So I gotta hope that Reese has a bad moto, and I have to put together 2 good motos, and I definitely need to get a win, like a moto win, to put myself in position. Because going 2-3 usually isn't gonna win it.
Yeah, you probably need to get like a 1-2 or a 2-1 or something.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're gonna win in money or what track is it? Hangtown.
I'd say Florida Track and Trails. You could probably win there.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
But moving on from MX1, as Reese still has the points lead, going to MX2. Let me sit up on my chair here. MX2 was even more eventful because the track was Lierop. Nobody expected it, or maybe Gerb did, because it's Gerb. But so, Gerb, how do you think the Lierop round went?
For me or in general?
Just in general.
Well, I think it went well. Besides, I think something's wrong with the timing or the laps. A lot of people's laps didn't count. So they're gonna have to sort that out for. I don't know what he's doing just yet. I don't want to say anything until he confirms it.
I think he did confirm it.
Is it confirmed
Tuesday.
or?
I don't think he confirmed it, but he said he's probably gonna replace Maryland with it.
Yeah, they're talking about that. Yeah.
Which sucks, but
it's hard to ride a track that's kind of boof with the standings.
Yeah.
Like the new Loretta's that what's his name made? Fred.
Yeah.
That track is awesome. Like that track would be on the series right now, I believe.
Yeah. I wish.
But
timing gates.
The timing gates do not work, so we can't run it.
Yeah, that track is amazing, bro. Like that shit kind of reminds me of the sim version of the track.
Yes. But Fred, if you're watching this shit, man, fucking that track's sick. I want to ride that. I do. That track's fucking awesome. Like this, like how everything's laid out, the ruts and everything. It's just like it works with the game.
The outsides are really fucking good. But
it's a tactical track too, so it's not like it can go wide open. It's a technical, but a good technical.
So MX2, me and Grub was watching. Pepe noticed this. We all noticed this, but there was a couple people mowing the lawn.
You want to pull up that picture? Actually, pull up the picture this time.
Hold on. Here. Put it in general chat so I can open it real quick. Okay. But yeah, a couple people were mowing the lawn. We seen a couple people on the stream. So Dachus, any thoughts on Lierop's cuts?
I don't really have too much to say. I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out.
Yeah.
I feel like it went pretty smooth. I was honestly expecting more issues with it. I mean, Chicken had to deal with figuring out exactly where everyone finished, but due to laps not counting. But when it comes to cutting, at least from the top, like I was up front both motos. Top guys weren't doing it except for one teammate, but for the most part, I think that was only in the first moto. I'm glad we didn't have to dock anyone.
Yeah.
Your teammate TLD from TLD, Aiden, had something else to say about some of the guys in the back, but
yeah, looked like it wasn't. Looks like since they weren't getting any camera time, they were just like, "F it, we're just gonna cut anyway." So that's what we got from Aiden. So you can't really confirm or deconfirm. That's just what we hear in the pit lane. We heard, but anyways, on the stream, it looked pretty good racing. It was like, as you said, it was like 1 or 2 people doing it, but after they was warned, I didn't see any more, so it was good from there. But it looks like some people, well, maybe not. It looks like you were trying to, I guess you could say, pass or just finish ahead of Reese, really, for the points. because he was third at one point. I think you were second, and I think all you had to do was just finish above him or Chicken to get the overall. I think that was second one. I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't think I had the overall really in sight because I got third in the first one and I was sitting. It said second, but I did dead tie. Besides, Chicken gained 2 points on these, but I'm pretty happy with that track. But yeah, I don't say it was too bad.
Okay, so on the recording right now, we have Lierop's landscaping service sponsored by Ferris, aka Gerb. So Gerb, any thoughts on the landscaping products? Gerb
is muted. At the
What
oh,
the-
there
Don't
he
say
is.
Ferris because that's kind of like a local company. I just put it on there, but yeah, but that Lierop landscaping service, man, they didn't have to do much after that. They cleaned up, like trimmed the edges for them. Their fucking tires, you know,
Mm-hmm.
trimmed the edges of tracks. So track prep's pretty easy at the end of the night. But other than that,
Yeah, it looked pretty. As I said, there wasn't a lot of people doing it, but there was definitely a couple of people. But
I do want to say one thing when it comes to hosting. We had a bunch of people, or maybe not a bunch, maybe just a few people complaining or questioning how some of the races are hosted. So the rule is if somebody jump starts because of the game, as in because of the game, whenever they go to get on the gate, they jump start, or they can't load in bikes because they're loading in a ton of bikes and they jump start. We restart with only one, even if it's only one. If we're on the gate, gate's about to drop, and somebody jump starts, we do not restart. If 2 people are on the gate right before gate drop and they both jump start, then we restart. If somebody's controller is not working right before gate drop, we restart. I hope that clears it up because I have people complaining that we're not restarting or this and that. You ride like there's no red flag unless either me or Chicken say something saying red flag or whatever. So anyone complaining that's why they didn't make the race because I didn't say red flag, that's tough and that's up to them. So that's the rule. If it's the game, one person. If it's your own fault, it's tough luck unless somebody else does. That's all I have to say.
so yeah, like I know it sucks what's happening, but like if you jump start, like if you pre-jump the gate, that's your fault. I know you're trying to go for the
Exactly.
whole shot, but we're not just gonna restart because you accidentally jump started.
And
But
that's
now, like
what
if
happened.
the game bugged out and the people's gates dropped and others didn't, then obvious, right? Restart, but like that's the risk reward you have to take for doing that.
Yeah, if someone and the thing is people are like, so you restart for a controller versus a jump start. When somebody can't even race and they figure out on the gate, that's different than being on the gate and starting, and going over the gate, because that's your fault. In real life, you don't restart for someone that jumps the gate. A controller can't relate that to real life, really. So, yeah. That's just what I think, because we had Coke, however you say it, the guy from Ariel, his controller wasn't working. But he told me before the gate dropped, there was 20 seconds left before the gate dropped, and he said, my controller's not working. So I restarted. But when I was in the replay mode for the LCQ, and it was right before the gate dropped, the dude jump starts. That's not my problem. That's not our problem. It sucks, but you can't do that. We're not gonna restart for that. If he had loaded onto the gate and he jump started before the 15-second board came up, then I would have restarted. But it's hard to restart, especially after riders have already done 3/4 of a lap. So that's our ruling.
I think that's pretty fair ruling.
That's how we did it last year too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was one dude who jump started. I think it was in the LCQ. Can't really remember who it was, but yeah, LCQ, that was pretty interesting, as it is every week. But So, Gary, you remember the second moto? The most interesting one of the night?
Yeah, I remember it pretty clear.
So, coming into the second moto, I was expecting either Pepe, Reese, or at least Datshoes to pretty much walk away with this one. Even Chicken, I was expecting somebody to walk away with this one. And the Frenchman, FA, he didn't get the whole shot, but he was in second after Reese crashed, and he just ran away with it pretty much at that point. There was something that did happen at the end, but he still managed to get the W. So, yeah, Grub, thoughts on FA getting that dub? It was pretty unexpected.
It was really unexpected, but I seen him first moto battling with Chicken,
Yeah.
so I knew he had the speed.
Yeah,
So like, whoever had that start and just get ahead of everybody can walk away with it, kind of, unless they mess up. But it's still a solid ride at FA. A very impressive win,
so
especially on that track.
Datshoes, how'd your second moto go? You remember it at all?
I mean, I got a pretty good start again. I was around 6th or whatever and just kind of hung out there. I don't think I passed FA whenever he crashed in that left-hander before the straightaway, but I was basically around. There was a crazy battle in the middle between CBL, Chicken, Reese, and kind of me. I was kind of just hanging back a little bit.
You were
went
ahead
at it for like, well, actually, yeah, I was ahead of them for a bit, and then I went down somewhere.
Oh yeah, yep.
Like right after the finish, that jumping left-hand corner before those little rollers.
I thought
were like
it was
the double things,
I
like
thought
that tabletop.
I thought it was coming to the start straight, and you grabbed the front brake, and your CBL crashed in the race.
Yeah, that was at the end of the race though.
Okay.
I crashed one more time. Like right after the start, you go through the little double section, you take that tabletop, and then that where I was jumping into the left, I think I just landed wrong, and then those three passed me. So I basically watched a really good battle for a few laps between Chicken, CBL, and Reese, and then CBL he went down, and then right after Reese went down with his tragic endo.
Yep.
But,
oh man, I seen that on stream. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, but it was kinda
unexpected though.
gut-wrenching.
I didn't think it was gonna happen like right there. As soon as it happened, and it was pretty funny. And Datshoes just went right by him. So, but Lierop was pretty interesting. Not as dominating as for some people as I thought it would be. I thought Chicken would dominate this track, but it didn't happen that much. Didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
It'll be interesting to see what the Llama race comes to in a few weeks' time, if that is the track. But yeah, let's go look at the points real quick. I have it pulled up. Where is it at? It's over here. So MX2 Chicken is only leading the points by 4 points. That is crazy how the MX2 chip is still pretty close. And Pepe
On mine, I got
10.
on mine it's 4 for MX2.
Yeah, I said 4.
You said 2.
I said 4, didn't I?
I think no. I think you said 4.
Well, I meant to say.
Anyways, 4. That's
Yeah,
still
I meant to
really
say
close.
4. Yeah, really close. Pepe's there too with 10, and Datshoes is still could be there with 20. So Jack down 38. So, but yeah, MX2 just really close. But can we talk about the results real quick? The results was wild. So Chicken won with a 4-2 with 40 points, but the second, third, fourth, and fifth overall all had the same. No, my fault. So third, fourth, fifth. I think it's just third, fourth, and fifth had the same points, 38 points. So FA had an 8-1 with 38. Datshoes had a 3-4 with 38, and then Reese had a 2-5 with 38. So, and Pepe had a 1-7 with 39. So the points went Chicken 40, Pepe 39, FA, Datshoes, Reese 38. So that third through fifth place battle was pretty close for that podium. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know like how the points get settled out with that, but yeah,
It's
pretty
just
crazy.
the better second moto.
Oh, really? That's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy though. Did you think you was gonna get fourth?
I hadn't really thought about it because I honestly thought FA was gonna get 5th overall because I thought he got like 11th or something the first moto. I didn't realize he got an 8th, and I also didn't expect him to win. So I was expecting a 3rd place.
Yeah.
Whether I went 3-3 or 3-4, I was expecting to get 3rd overall. But yeah, FA actually went 8-1, so he did really good on both classes. He got 3rd overall in MX2 and 6th, I think, MX1. So he had a pretty good week, I'd say.
Yeah, he got. What did he get? MX1. MX1, he got 5th. So
5th. So yeah,
pretty good week for FA. But yeah, I guess that wraps up the. Oh yeah, Gerb, how did your forgot to talk about this, but how did your week go for MX1? Like trying to get in.
Like before the race, like you're talking going into it.
Yeah, like how was you thinking before the race, and then not before the race, before quali. And then how was you thinking when you were actually qualifying?
Okay, but I knew I wasn't making it in with my time. I was only like 2 or 3 seconds off from making it straight in.
Yeah.
So I was hopefully the Consi I can get a good start and pull away if we get out front, but I couldn't. I got absolutely demolished off the start, and then it just fell all back from there.
Wait, you made it to the Consi on Kegums?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
Me and you were in the
remember.
first turn pilot. Then you pulled away with it and you won.
Oh yeah, you were in that. I forgot. Wow, that was wild. What about MX2? How'd you feel going into that?
When I found out it was Lierop, not good.
Yeah.
Not good at all. Because I knew I wasn't gonna do well on that track because I never really played it. That's my fault. I'll say that. But yeah, that track is not one for me. I could say that.
Okay, so guess we just talked about the recaps. So now we can go into the whole shot winners. So MX1, I believe it was Lens and Dachu. So that's Lens. I think that's his. Is that his first whole shot or his second? I forget. That's either his first or second, and I'm pretty sure that's Dachu's the second, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure it's a second, yeah.
Okay, so then we go to MX2, Pepe with another one and Reese with another one. So I think Pepe has the most hole shots right now with 3. Or was it 3? Yeah, it's 3. Because he got 2 at Unadilla and 1 today, or 1 yesterday. So yeah. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. Fuck. Yeah, Pepe trying to run away with these most hole shots. Westwall did have it. Coming out the gate with the first hole shot of the season, but after that he's kind of trickled off and getting hole shots. But maybe 2 weeks time he'll get another one. But
he's gonna get another one.
Yeah, probably
for sure.
So Consi riders having impressive motos. I came out of the Consi. I got first. I had a pretty good first moto. Got top 10. The second one I had last, or like 19th. So that wasn't really that good. But I got 12th overall. I forget who else came out the Consi. I think it was Toxic, Greg, and it was somebody else. I don't think they did too good at Kegums either. So wasn't really no crazy Consi riders coming out the CQ to speak. Next topic, unluckiest riders. So I think our pick would be Chicken. First of all, I think he was the first one to get game crashed on Kegums. Then the second moto, he got stuck in the top block for basically most of the race, but then he pulled back and got a 5th somehow. So don't know how he did that shit. And then for MX2, he was behind FA on the very last lap. Came into the double section with the rollers where you double through them, FA basically endos, goes over the bars. Chicken hits his bike like stumbles for at least like 5 seconds, and FA gets away with it. So I'd say that's pretty unlucky, honestly. What about you, Gerb?
Very unlucky. Yeah, I want to say the same exact thing you said, basically. Like, he was on a hard moto, or trying to win the moto, so he can secure the overall. Didn't he get it overall?
Yeah, he got the overall. He got 3-2.
Okay, yeah, so he wanted to make sure he could secure it to make it the pass on FA, but he goes down, like Jen said, and just crashed right into him, so it's just unfortunate timing for Chicken.
Yep. So unfortunately this week we're not to skip our top 3 ghost rides and our what was the IQ there moments. Wasn't really any ghost rides or any crazy ones that I've seen from Lierop or Kegums. And what else? What was the IQ there play of the week? I don't think anybody really did any crazy stuff this week, unless Gerb, you have something, or did I choose?
Not really.
No, I didn't see nothing crazy.
BRH rider was not happy with one of the McMonster riders with his cross jumping on the first lap of Moto 1 at Lierop.
Oh, really?
But that's all I have to say. We don't have any clip. I saw a clip in the pits, but that's about it. You guys were there too. He caused the BRH rider to go from 2nd to like 10th or something. You guys not remember that?
I honestly don't.
No.
You talking about MX2?
Yeah.
You know the only VRH guy that's in MX2.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I mean, I saw the clip, but the rider was not happy with the McMonster rider. That's all I know. I saw it.
Oh yeah, I did look some kind words.
It did look pretty questionable. Did not look like the highest IQ play, but we don't have a clip. I think there was 2 clips actually. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing on both of them. But it was kind of like there was 3 guys going over a jump, and one of them decides to just scrub the hell out of it into another person's line. So if I'm ever going 3 wide over a jump, I'm nose wheeling that thing, because I don't want to clean somebody, or even worse, me go down with them. So but to each their own.
So what the next topic is. So I guess we can readjust our top 5 sneaker picks for the for next round. So I think my top 5 was coming into it on the podcast. I forgot what I said, but right before the race I said it was gonna be Dorian with the win, Reese. Actually, I said Reese was even gonna get top 5, so that was dumb as hell on my part. But I guess for this next round, whatever it is.
Oh, MX1 or MX2?
I can say this for both, honestly. Actually, no, MX1. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Jack, Reese, Dad Shoes. Let me pick. I'm gonna put Troy in there if he can make it in straight, or even the constantly I'll put Troy in there. And let's see who else did I say? Oh, Lens too, Lens. So that's 5. For MX2, I think I'm gonna say the same, but minus Troy and minus Lens, and put Pepe and Chicken in there.
So you don't have Chicken for MX1 top 5?
I do not.
Goodness. Yeah, for MX1, definitely I'm gonna have to put Reese, Jack, and me in there, just because I'm looking right now and it's been the 3 of us every week. The only difference is Reese has won all 3, and then me and Jack have just kind of swapped back and forth for 2nd and 3rd. And then Lynn's got 3rd or 4th last week. FA also top 5. So I'm gonna throw Chicken in there because I really think he's this. I keep saying it, but this next race is gonna be Chicken, where he has a good race. But besides that, I don't know who else. I'm gonna put FA in the top 5 for my 5th guy.
Yep.
Because the last 2 spots, 4th and 5th, is just there's no consistency. It's been Troy, Fred, Dorian. It's just been kind of all over. And then MX2, I was looking. Jack has actually not gotten the top 5 yet.
Really?
Which is crazy to think, but
Yeah.
he's gotten like this week he struggled on Lierop. He got 9th, and then he went like sixth overall and a 7th overall. So I'm gonna do Reese, Dad Shoes, Chicken, Pepe, and I'm gonna throw FA in there again. That's my top 5. Not in order.
Right, Gerb.
Man, this is getting tougher and tougher every week for me here. But top 5 for MX1 next week. Not in order. I'm gonna go Reese, Dad Shoes, Chicken. Now these are the top 2. These are the 2 that's like always like up in the air for me. Could be anybody any week. But I'm gonna man.
Is this MX1?
Yeah, this is MX1. Let me look at the point standings real quick. I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw FA up in there again, just after his solid performance last week. So give him a confidence booster. And then I'm gonna say Aiden.
So do you not have Chicken in your top 5, or did you say Chicken?
Yeah, I did.
So you have
Reese, you, Chicken, FA, and Aiden.
Wow.
Throw a little curveball in there. I don't know how it's gonna go down for me, but it might be bad, might be good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What? MX2. I got Chicken, Reese, Pepe, Dad Shoes, and who do you guys think's been really consistent in the 250s, always getting in?
Consistent, always getting in. Did you say Pepe already?
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly,
FA could be a good pick now.
Yeah, yeah, he had a good week this week. Last week he really struggled.
Yeah.
To be honest, he struggled. Last week was this week he just had was really good, but he struggled the last 2 weeks. Marco is always, he got 5th at Unadilla
Yeah,
overall.
he wasn't here this week, so.
Yeah, he's kind of, it's just if he shows up. I'm not sure why he didn't show up. He's gotten an 8th overall and a 5th overall in 250 so far.
I'm gonna say Marco.
I wouldn't say it's a bad pick.
I'm gonna change my 450 from FA. I'm gonna put Steez up there.
Oh my goodness. You guys are disrespecting Jack. He's averaging
I said Jack.
No, I know, but I guess he's averaging like 2.7. His average finish overall.
That's really solid, but I'm just trying to, I don't know, just change it up a little bit, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
My guess for consolation winner, I'm assuming that Troy is gonna win one consolation race next, I guess in 2 weeks from now.
Consolation.
He's been in a lot of them.
Honestly, I'd say either, yeah, you're right, Troy, or let me think. It depends on the track, really. I'd say if it's Lamo, Gerb may be able to get out of it for MX1 and 2.
No.
What are you running on Lamo? Times?
215.
Gotta drop that down. We gotta drop that down to like a 210 at least.
Greg the Legend is another. Well, yeah, he could win a consolation race too.
He almost won the one if I wasn't there, so.
Yeah.
But I don't really have anything else to talk about. You guys have something.
How do you feel as a team owner? How did Aiden do this week? Made both races.
So
Really
Aiden did pretty good this week. I don't know why the hell he's running this trash ass TM. Garrett, how you feeling on the TM? Is he here?
Guess not. I don't even know if Gerbs wrote the TM.
Oh, really?
Not sure what is going on inside the pits there. TLD. Very interesting decision. Hey, if it works for him, what'd he do? He went like 7-11 or something, didn't he? Yeah, he finished 10th overall. He went 14-11. So he's in that top 10. I think Aiden does a little better on the 450. Better results. He got 7th. He went 5-7. So that's pretty. I feel like that's where Aiden was usually sitting last year. Whenever he was racing along with Supercross, he's always in the second half of the top 10. I feel like he's usually 7 through 10 type of guy. I feel like so. I think if Aiden can ever make it straight in, I think he's kind of like Troy. He can't run the fastest laps, but he's a good racer and he knows what he's doing. He's gonna finish better than a lot of guys that run faster laps than him. It's just the consi is just really crazy. So if you don't get a good start, it can be hard, especially if you don't have that super fast pace where you can catch up to people. But I always like seeing Troy and Aiden because I know Troy's a guy that is always going to contend for around 6th or 5th place, and Aiden's always going to be in that second half of the top 10 or top 5. So
Yeah, I gotta go. But it was fun though. Guess we can just end it here. Super short podcast episode like it was last week. But yeah, peace.
A bunch of people grabbing any excuse they can find to go and loot stores. Nothing